2020 Toyota Camry. We're going to do front brakes and rotors. Let's get into it. All right, doing a voiceover, audio issues, but 21 millimeter on the lug nuts. Get the wheels off. These lug nuts had a little bit of swell to them, so I had to put them back on just a little bit to get them out of the socket, as you can see. And I'll apologize in advance. At some point in the recording, I didn't realize that I bumped the camera, so the angle kind of goes off towards the end. You can still see what I'm doing, but some of it kind of at a poor angle, and I apologize for that. But we'll just set the wheel off to the side. I'm going to take some pressure off the caliper here so that when I remove it, it comes off easy. Grabbing my hook here that I forgot to grab when I started. Anyway, that's 14 millimeter on those slide pin bolts. And you'll see now that I got the pressure off that, it just comes right off. And then I'll get that hung up on the strut there with the hook. Anyway, just kind of checking things out. The brakes didn't really look bad. This is my brother's father-in-law's car, and it was in a shop. They told him he needed brakes and quoted him an astronomical price, 17 millimeter on the caliper bracket bolts. But anyway, quoted him a real high price, almost $600. So I got a phone call, and obviously I was able to do it for cheaper. Anyway, just removing the caliper. This rotor was something else. I later found out that there's a threaded hole in it that you can use to assist in getting it off, but I totally missed that when I was looking through it, so it took me a few minutes to get it off with a hammer. A lot of persuasion. Had to do it on the other side too, but at least I knew what to expect on the other side going into it. Just putting on some rotors I got from O'Reilly's. They're coated, so I really didn't have to do nothing to them. I use a lug nut to hold it on there while I'm doing other stuff. And I'll get that caliper piston compressed. And this is where the angle of my camera kind of goes off, so my apologies. Anyway, that didn't take much, and now I'm just going to lube the caliper. I lube the face of the piston and the ears of the caliper. I just use Sil Glide. Not an excessive amount. Really just a kind of a light coating. My brother. These are the most. These are the best packaged brake pads I think I've ever bought. I mean, and I've used a lot of like Power Stop and Dynamic Friction, but none of them come in a foam padded box with an individual pocket for each pad and a separate compartment just for the hardware. This was a first, so. But right now I'm just kind of going through the hardware, getting everything together, and then I'll get that caliper bracket cleaned up and lubricated and the slide pins lubricated. So again, just taking those old pads out. He probably still had, I don't know, a couple of millimeters left, but this is just me comparing hardware. So I get those old shims out, and I just use my die grinder here with a little wire wheel, and I'll clean up both sides and throw some Sil Glide in there. And same thing, just a little bit, not too much. No need to be excessive with the brake grease. And then I'll just put those new shims in. And now I'm going to clean off the slide pins and re-lubricate them. I kind of do it one side at a time, so now I'm popping the opposite end out. But now that that's all done, I can get the bracket back up here. Again, sorry about that camera angle. I did not realize I bumped it or that it was that loose on my head, but I'm putting that bracket back on. Again, 17 millimeter bolt on the bracket, and I'm just running it in with the impact, and then I'll come back and torque it. And your torque spec on those is 79 foot-pounds. And somebody said my daughter's name 3 times, so she's about to come out and appear. And now I'm just getting those pads set in there before I put the caliper on. And you do have to remember there on this Toyota in particular, there's a individual squealer for each pad, inside and outside, that you got to put on, and you'll see it when I put that outside pad on. It's right there at the top of the pad. It does make it a little tricky to get it in there. It's a little tight, but oh, there she is. And now we're ready to get that caliper back on. Goes back on real easy the way it's supposed to. Of course, this car is practically new for me. It's a 2020. I'm used to working on rusty turds, so this is some high-class stuff for me. And again, I'm just going to run those in with the impact, and then I'll come back and torque them. And the torque spec on these is 25 foot-pounds. Pop up on your screen. That's nothing. Take my lug nut back off. I don't need it anymore. Dig my light out of there before I forget it. And we're going to get her tire back on just as soon as I can get the boss out of the way. There she goes. I'll get these lug nuts started by hand, and then I'll come back and I'll run them in with the impact. Boss lady still standing there supervising, making sure it's done right. Also giving her uncle a little shit. Anyway, the lug nuts get torqued on the ground to 79 foot-pounds, but like I said, I'm just going to run them in with the gun. And then we will be done, and we're going to go over to the other side and get it done. But you don't have to sit through that because it's the exact same process. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.